Resulting trusts are brought into existence by the operation of the law, rather than by the direct will of the parties. They occur if a person donates assets to another party for no gain, or if they donate the purchase money for some asset to be owned by another party. The law presumes that the donor has given the donee, the trustee, legal title to the property, while retaining equitable ownership themselves. So the trustee owns the property in trust for the benefit of the party with equitable ownership. Can a resulting trust be established if the conduct leading to the creation of the trust was tainted by illegality? Can the plaintiff ask equity effectively to give them the benefit of their unlawful conduct? Bettie Nelson was entitled to a concessional home loan for military veterans, but only if she did not already have any interest in another house. In 1987, she provided the purchase money for her children to buy a house. In 1989, she bought herself a house and claimed the veteran's entitlement, falsely stating that she did not have a financial interest in another house. In 1990, the children's house was sold at a profit, and Mrs. Nelson asked for her share. She'd fallen out with her daughter, who argued Mrs. Nelson wasn't entitled to a share. The daughter argued that her mother had simply gifted them the purchase money. To share in the sale profit, Mrs. Nelson had to argue that a resulting trust had been created when she gave the money to her children for the purchase. But if so, her veteran's concession was fraudulent. Could she rely on a resulting trust whose purpose was to defraud the Commonwealth? The High Court said yes. Justices Gummow and Dean said where the illegality flows from statute, it is a question of the impact of the statute itself upon the institution of the resulting trust. There will be no resulting trust if the policy of an Act of Parliament would be thereby defeated. Here, the Act was not defeated because the Commonwealth could simply recover the concession, so she could have her share of the sale proceeds if she paid back the veteran's benefit. This case shows that there is no simple rule that a resulting trust can't arise from unlawful conduct. The question is complicated and subtle, and must be considered on the individual merits and the detail of the legislation.